Hello, good evening everybody. Hey Queen, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Uma Musume, a new start. The battle to be the greatest. Conquer tradition or defy.
YouTube and these ads are gonna kill me, bro. Don't worry, I'm gonna get YouTube Premium soon, y'all. Welcome to the stream, man. Hopefully everybody can hear me loud and clear. We got some patch notes to go over. Yes, we got some patch notes to go over. And guys, people didn't want to believe me when I tell y'all season 3 is not gonna be the savior. Like, people really thought I was joking about season 3 not being what we wanted, you know? So we gonna go. So the patch notes have came out. We're gonna go over them together. Let me so y'all can see everything, right? Hopefully the music isn't overpowering me. Hopefully y'all can hear me loud and clear. But we're gonna read this. Okay, Tekken 8 version 3.0 patch notes, page 1 of 14. About battle system adjustments for version 3. Based on Tekken 8's core gameplay philosophy and the refined balance policy, the following balance adjustments have been made. Adjustments 1. Adjustments that respect each other's character concept, strengths, and weaknesses. Yeah, right. While preventing excessive performance gaps between characters. In version 3, the strengths, weaknesses, and distinct advantages of every character were revealed. Adjustments were made with the goal of creating a better experience in which each character's individuality can be felt more clearly within neutral interactions and mind games. Right. Number 2, we evaluate risk and reward, including the game system and character unique mechanics. During the Season 2 updates, gradual revisions were made to address excessive frame advantage situations and disproportionately high reward. This direction has been continued in version 3 with adjustments focused particularly on heat system and character-specific power updates, such as Claudio's Starburst. I can only guess what that's going to mean. Revisions of the relationship between unique power-up state and heat systems, it was changed so that when heat ends, character-specific power-up states were also removed at the same time, and as a result, which power states could be maintained for extended duration by using heat as a start point have been reduced. So in short, characters like Claudio, Leo, Asuka, Zafina, what other character had it installed at last? Characters, pretty much characters like those with installs, they don't get to keep their install no more once the heat is gone. Which, in my case for Leo, I will go into heat, take my plus frames, and then I can abuse some of her heat strings. That's been gone. In my opinion, that's a change for the better. I think that is a healthy choice for the game because characters like Claudio and them, well, characters like, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that, man. We ain't gonna talk about that, bro. But I wonder, is that going to be enough? Revisions of wall splat properties caused by heat for characters with whose heat smash previously triggered a wall splat. The behavior was unified so that wall splats is no longer triggered by heat smash. As a result, situations in heat smash will lead to excessive advantageous post-wall scenarios. Has been reduced. So like I said, for Leo, you know, do her heat smash, I get a wall splat, can hit you with a massive damaging combo that have you rethinking life. Alright. Improvements to air combos in version 3 issue. So let me do that. Alright. So improvements to the air combo version 3.0 were the issues where air combos became excessively long when a heat engager was landed as a grounded hit and when followed by a heat dash was addressed. Previous systems where the opponent's airborne distance was reduced under these conditions was removed, and behavior was adjusted to match the standard air combos. Additionally, the damage scaling for combos on these conditions was changed from 60% to 70%, aim to strike a balance between combo lift and ward. Okay, alright. That's I suppose that's a good change. Battle system behavior and counter hits. When a counter hit caused an opponent's behavior to change, the side counter hit behavior was adjusted to match the front counter hit behavior. Okay. All their life, alright. Pyro state. For the following characters who get stuck in Pyro state, the Pyro state will now be removed when heat ends. Effective characters, I was just talking about this earlier, I forgot about Brian. But Oscar, Brian, Claudio, Jack 8, Leo, Zafina, and Flaccarum. But they no longer get to keep their installs, which is a good thing. Flaccarum was really annoying to deal with. Heat Dash removed the unique knockback scaling that was applied on hit. Previously on Heat Dash allowed for longer than normal air combos, but moving forward, the behavior will be similar to air combos performed outside the Heat Dash. Adjusted grounded hit damage scaling from 60% to 70%. Alright. Change, okay, Rage Arts. Change so that the opponent attack hits during 1-7 frames. It will now count as a counter hit. Knockback that his recovers backwards normally. Dragonov's Round 2. To reduce a situation where it will fail to wall splat, increase the number of frames so that it will trigger a wall splat by 4-2. So pretty much there'd be instances where Dragonov's Round 2 would not trigger a wall splat, they would just slide down a wall. Which I guess that's a nice buff for those characters. Well, yeah, buff, fix, whatever you want to call it. Sliding knockback, Jans 444. Reduce the situation where it will fill the wall splat, increase the number of frames that was triggered, but also around 1 frame. Guess that's a good change. Heat engagers that wall splat, Fang, Asuka, etc. Reduce situations where it will fail to wall splat, increase the number of frames that triggered by the wall splat by 5 frames. There are no changes to the behavior of the following moves on hit. Alyssa's 1+2, Anna's 4-4-3 +2, 3-2. Asuka's down 2. Kyle's upward 2. I hate that move. Hope that move got nerfed. Flash 4-2-2-2 string. Dragonov's 4-3 1+2. Fang backface opponent 2. Kuma Panda back 1+2. Didn't know back 1+2 had that issue. Again, I didn't really play Bears like that. Lowers 1-1-1-2. Also didn't know it was doing that. Leo's Blue, yeah, I know about that. Lily's do glide. I never had that happen to me, but nice fix, I suppose. Reina's down 4, 1, 2, and 4. Oh, wow, I didn't know 4-4-3 had that issue. Zafina's, that's a nice buff. Buffer inputs at the start of the round. Adjusted so that button inputs can now override movement inputs. If the movement command was buffered beforehand. Alright, Heat Burst. Fix the issue where in certain situations follow up in air with a heat dash will cause the opponent to remain airborne, allowing for an unintended air combo instead of entering the knockdown state as intended. Alleviated issues where the positional relationship with opponents becomes different than intended when used near the wall. Right. So far a lot of quality life improvements. Like I said, walls, heat smash is not being wall splats anymore. That's a nice buff. Up, forward, back. To improve, inputting this will not result in a backwards walk instead of a backwards jump. And then excludes characters will have a unique bonus time to that. Nice change. Tornado, fixing an issue with triggering tornado near the wall will result in unintended behavior. Not sure what they mean. Low tornado fangs. Fix the issue where hitting an opponent with their back to the wall. Follow attacks will sometimes fail to connect when it gets dragged off with their Flaccarum, so that's a nice little buff for Fang. Strong aerial tailspin Fang. Fix the issue where the right side Yukimi could not be performed. Knock down with the opponent lands face down, point hit the ground, Brian's. Okay. Alright. Wake up low kick, wake up mid kick. Fix the issue where inputting a move during a side roll, the character will sometimes attack in the opposite direction from the opponent. Okay, nice little buzz and fix this. Now we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes. This is what y'all probably always been waiting for, bro. Hopefully, Asuka. Hopefully, Asuka got gutted. I kid. I got friends that play Asuka. Hopefully, she's well balanced. Y'all, I'm just gonna. Oh boy. Let's look at Asuka. Balance direction. Asuka is a character who excels at mind games using reversal and status techniques. Leveling cancels and delays to keep opponents guessing. In version 3, we have reduced her overly high air combo damage and direct mix-ups. Strings while using it. Why did it zoom in so much? Sorry, y'all, professional content creator. Alright, that's better. What's that? Oh, utilize the unique style of tactical exchange that defines Oscar's play. Dude, why do we need new? We don't need new moves. Why y'all keep adding moves to this game? We don't need new moves. So Oscar got new moves. That means all these motherfuckers got new moves apparently. This is a mid attack that is effective at catching opponent's sidestep left. It can be cancelled or return to crouch. Return to crouching? Why? All right. Return to crouching through startup is somewhat, though it started somewhat slow. After the cancel using back, what's it? 1 4, 2 3, and back 4. Right. Help suppress the opponent's. I'm sorry, 1 3 and 2. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about the rare inputs. Help suppress the opponent's intents to retaliate, making it effective to then go for mix-ups for 1+2 or down 1+2 once they become hesitant to respond. Behavior improvements. 4-4-2 now his opponents more reliably when they sidestep to the right. They have also resolved an issue where the axis would shift on hit, making it difficult to maintain offensive pressure. And additionally, after that counter hit with while crouching 1+2, follow attack now connects more successfully. Apparently they buffed and there's no way they buffed Anna. There's no way they buffed Anna. I refuse to believe they buffed her. Alright, 1+2 up back 1+2, that's a new move. Moji or Roshi. At least I hope that's how you pronounce that. Down back 1+2, another new move. You can now gain gusto by inputting that. Okay. What's that? 3-wing circuit, the fourth hit. Oh, the fourth hit, a white Huron land lower dance, can now be cancelled to crouch. 4-2. What's that? Back 3-2. Gonna hit one down. 2. Down 2. Change damage from 20 to 17. Reduce the opponent's recovery on hit by 8 frames. Okay, that's a nerf. Damage from 520, 515. 4-2, just the tracking influence to make it hit slash an opponents. That's a buff. Running move. Damage from 27, 24. All crouching. Startup attack from 26 to 29 frames. Hit damage on block from 12 to 6. The distance between the player and the opponent block has been increased. Damage scale on area has went from 50 to 40% already. Doing gusto, damage from 30 to 26. I never paid attention that did 30 damage. God damn. 1+2 while rising 1, sending the hitbox to reduce unintended whiffs in certain situations. That's a buff. While doing crouching, increase the distance from opponent on a down hit. We do first here. While crouching down for 2, the distance from the opponent on counter has been reduced, so they're gonna be closer. Reduce the opponent's recovery time on counter hit by 8 frames, adjust the frames finished on counter hit from +25 to +13, that's a nerf. Although the moves with startups 270 frames will still function as grounding combos. Display frames variance on +5 made this interaction new to understand, so it has been adjusted. Azucena, my coffee queen. Curious, I hope they didn't buff her. Before I read this, I pray to God they didn't buff her. Season 2, I think she was alright. Azucena is a character who excels at applying pressure through tricky movement combined with stance transitions, keeping the opponent off balance as she attacks. In version 3, we have expanded her offensive options in neutral. Also make adjustments to help her respond more effectively to opponent's lateral movement. New move during sidestep. Sidestep 4. Added a new low. She did not need a new low. Let me finish reading this. Added a new low attack with a crouching state that can be performed from a sidestep by leveraging to transition to a crouching state. It's more easy, allows for follow-ups such as Rob Rising 1, as well as offensive options like Rob Rising 3. You never So Azu has a new low that can transition to crouch. Give her more maze to access her crouching state, so niggas can get hit with while standing 3 and have to take plus frames off of that. Yeah, okay, there's gotta be nerfs. Additional tools to suppress lateral movement, just the tracking on forward and forward 3. To make them more effective against opponents' lateral movement. Additionally, startup of 4 has been revised, making it easier to use as an offensive counter attack in certain situations. I'm assuming that's a buff. Okay, no, that's one of the things I'm gonna test out. Doing sidestep 4, new move, mowing kick. That's the best I can do with the name. Okay. 4, adjust the tracking performance to make it more likely to hit opponent's sidestep into the left. Assassina's 4-3. The startup has been from 18 to 17. That's above. Adjust the tracking performance to make it more likely to hit opponent's sidestep into the right. The attack of the hitbox has been reduced to mitigate unintended occurrences or hitting opponents who are behind you. Alright. 4, 1+2. The behavior opponent hit has been altered to allow Okizumi. Why? I'm not gonna complain, it's a buff. Down 4-4, this behavior altered to allow for a ground combo. Huh. 32, the behavior of the opponent counter has been altered to allow a ground combo. Why? Did she really need that? 4-4-4, damage went from 21-25, that's a buff. During he expended the hurt box on width to eliminate situations where certain attacks will width, adjusted the collision detection on width to mitigate issues, runners being able to evade opponent's attacks. The fix. Hate string, back 1-2, back 2, liberate 1-2. It enhanced the tracking on both hit and block. Fix the issue where transitioning to liberator could cause the character to turn away from the opponent. Thank you, I have had it happen sometimes. This the homing move. To reduce instances where the move will cause the character to be in a back turn state position on the ground. Around hit, the move tracking after activation has been stripping. I didn't think Azu needed changes like that, but okay. By running 3-2, what did y'all do to that? The tracking capability of the second hit has been enhanced to mitigate occurrences where it's been weighed through. Down 4-4, the attack box has been reduced to mitigate unintended occurrences. Go ahead and opponents behind you. Alright. Brian, please let this character be gutted. Please let this character be gutted. Brian is a character who fails to restrict the opponent's movement with strong pressure tools while aiming for counter hits by timing his responses to the opponent's retaliation. In verse 3, we had adjusted his moves, particularly those that gain properties while holding Snake Eyes to better balance their risk and reward, refining his overall set of neutral game options. Do move during side set. Set 2-1. Made it possible to cancel the second hit while performing during the side step, allowing for easier adaptation based on the situation. This adjustment makes it a more practical option to incorporate into neutral gameplay. He didn't need that. Revisions of certain moves when Snake Eyes is activated. The move during Snake Eyes 4-2-1-2-3-2. Its offensive options intended to become two one-sided, so its adjustment they have made to allow offense and defense shift more easily for during Snake Eyes. Time when the opponent attacks 4-4-1+2. We have increased the amount of heat timer consumed. Okay, that's nerf. And adjusted the opponent's behavior on hit to reduce overall reward. Right. Second hit can sidestep 2-1. Second hit can now be cancelled during sidestep. Reduce the recovery of the first hit by 4 frames. Increase the frame advantage from +1 to +5. Why? Reduce the opponent's recovery on block for the first attack by 4 frames. There is no change to frame advantage. Reduce the input window for the second hit by 3 frames. Modify the opponent's behavior on block. The second hit, changing frame advantage from block from -5 to -9. Reduce the distance on the opponent on block for the second attack. Down forward, adjust the collision detection, reducing the distance between characters on hit or block. Adjust the hurt blocks and distance from the opponent on block to reduce situations where certain attacks will unintentionally whiff. Back 3, 1+2. Behavior of the opponent on counter has been changed, so that's something I'm going to wait till like we got to play the actual game. Back 4, modify the opponent behavior from hit from behind. So you probably can do like that. Like you can't just keep doing it back 4 over and over again. That's what I'm assuming from that. Up for 1, just the opponent's behavior on down hit. That's the up for 2. That's the what's this 13 frame punish? 14 frame punish? I don't remember offhand. Adjust it so when the first hit or second hit lands as a front facing or side hit, the opponent now turns to face the attacker. Or would that be a buff? Increase the distance from opponent on the down hit. Remove the special extended input buffer window that made doing heat easier to connect as multiple hits. That's that. Behavior of the opponent on hit has changed. Doing Snake guys. 4-2-1-2-3-2. Consumption of the remaining heat has been changed from 150 to 210. Recovery time on the third hit or block has been increased by 5 frames. Block from -2 to 7 frames. The opponent's recovery time when blocking the fourth hit has been reduced by 7 frames. The frame advantage on block has been changed from -3 to -10. The opponent recovery time when blocking the fifth hit has been reduced by 3, and the frame advantage on block has went from -10 to -13. To reduce the distance to the opponent on block on the fifth attack, reduce the hitbox size of the fourth and fifth attack only when the opponent is behind the character, negate cases where these attacks will unintentionally hit the opponent's position to the rear. And guys, upward 2-2-2-2-2-3. Adjust so when the first and second hit lands as a front facing or side hit, the opponent now turns to face the attacker. Increase the distance between the opponent and the attacker when the sixth hit connects as an air hit. So do they still move forward in the air? During Snake Eyes, 4-4-1+2, the consumption remaining heat has been changed from -240 to 300. Change the chip damage on block from 14 to 10. During Snake Eyes, time with the opponent's attack. This behavior on hit has been changed. The consumption of the remaining heat has been changed from 240 to 300. I'm sorry, -240 to -300. My apologies. Doing Slither Step 1+2, change the from 28 to 23. Chip damage on block has been removed. 4-3, the attack hitbox has reduced to mitigate unintended occurrences of hidden opponents who are behind you. What's it? Down 4-4, the hitbox has been expanded downwardly. Insists on whipping certain moves. Didn't know that was an issue. Right into feels the issue of the move. Could incorrectly transition into a throw or air hit. Didn't know that happened. Never seen that happen anytime I fought Brian or played the character. Once there's that 3-1. Adjust the collision detection, make issues or swapping positions with the opponents in situations. So Brian feels like he's still more or less the same. Claudio Serafino. Let's see what they did to this bastard. Claudio's a character who controls a neutral game with strong mid and high range tools while applying distinctive offense through the use of Starburst and version 3. The system-wide adjustments made it more difficult to maintain Starburst, but a new move has been added that allows him another option to gain Starburst that we didn't need more options and two things. Y'all did so good with that, removing the installs after heat. We had more than enough tools to get those installs. In addition, we have adjusted the feel and usability of his core moves to help him better showcase his unique characteristics. New move, up back 2. He got another up move. Added the mid attack orbital slice, which gains Starburst on hit. It serves as an easy to use option for getting Starburst during the neutral. And near the wall can be utilized alongside with sidestep 4, allowing players to choose between them depending on the situation. He did not need that. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? There was no reason. I knew they was gonna do some head assery, but come on, bro. Okay, so yeah, the new move is up back to. We'll definitely showcase that once the update goes live in the game. 4-3+4 adjust the opponent's behavior on block and change the frame bench on block from -8 to -4. They made it safer. That's above. Now deals chip damage on block. That's above. Adjust the tracking performance to make it more likely to hit opponent's sidestep into the right. The distance from the opponent on a hit has been reduced. Change of the opponent's behavior on aerial hit. I'm gonna say this again. He didn't need it. Up forward 2. That's the yeah. That's the yeah. That's that move. The Claudios they be using that shit to get you a rank. Yeah. That's the shit that they be doing. Start of attack has changed from 21 to 22 frames to 21, so it's 21 frames on the dot now. Expanded the attack hitbox downwards. As a result of the above adjustment, the move is now easier to evade with lateral movement. Thank you, because there'll be times I try to step this, I'm still getting hit. What's this? Down 4-3-1. The opponent's recovery time on block this move has been reduced by 2 frames, and the advantage on block has went from -12 to -14. That's a nerf. We like that. We love to see it. Back 3-3. Increase the recovery on block and whip by 2 frames. Adjust the frame bench on block from -10 to -12. That's a nerf. Thank you. It should have been there from the start though. Back 2+3. Reduce the tracking. That's a nerf. Fast step 4, the behavior on counter has been aligned with the that normal hits. Okay. Up for 3-2. Enhance the tracking on the second hit when it connects as an air hit. Reduce the instance where the third hit would whiff. Class. Please. I've already seen a new move. This character is so anti-Tekken, bro. I hope they make some meaningful changes. 5 is a character who dominates the mid to long range combat with far-reaching weapon attacks and a wide variety of techniques that draw upon his dominant power. His playstyle is defined by the use of his unique Dentisuken. Don't look. All right. In verse 3, we made the overall balance adjustment to the character, including changes to his token alongside with adding new abilities. There are also revisited and revived techniques from the previous offer exceptionally high performance. His new move, up back 2 on hit or block. Oh, okay, you get a second hit on word. Okay, why? We added a new technique that creates the Wicked Wheel from the original game. This move has a unique property where the opponent blocks it and they are knocked back, significantly creating distance. By taking advantage of this property, Cloud can now shift to a situation from point blank range into mid-range combat to where he excels. They buffed this nigga, bruh. If Cloud wasn't annoying as hell to fight already, he didn't need that. I'm probably gonna be saying that through me route reading these patch notes that he didn't need it, that they didn't need it. Improves the token gauge management. We increase the amount of gauge gain from several gauge building attacks. So that's a buff, especially from 1-2, 4-4-2, and while rising 1-2. This adjustment is aimed for allowing players to accumulate gauge more smoothly. Additional damage values, the token level 3 to 5 has been adjusted to align with the gauge, change the gauge gain. He didn't. Now, what's up, bro? I'll tell you, me too, bro. What is? I don't think they listen. 3 fucking years, and this is what that y'all come up with? Finish shift 4. Gigaflare can now be formed with during finish shift approach. Oh. Back to basics. Or like back to the fucking bullshit. The opponent's recovery time block has been reduced by 3 frames. Eventual block has went from +8 to +5. What we do? 1-2 increase the gauge gain for the super attack from 15 to 20. That's a buff. 2-2-2. The opponent's recovery time when blocking this has been reduced from 2. Eventual block has went from -9 to -11. That's a nerve, more like a slap on the fucking wrist. Do IGN this game so wet you got it to your work. Bruh, this shit is so fucking dumb. 2-2, 1+2, reduce the recovery time reduced by 4 frames. Then frame rate on block from -13 to -9. So you made it safe? Further attack has increased from 26, 28 to 27 frames. Sound at which the third hit can be activated. Has been delayed by 2 frames. 1+2 to make the move easier to evade with lateral movement, reduce the hitbox size, weakness and tracking. That's a nerve. Back to recovery time on block reduced by 2 frames. Frame event on block went from -4 to -6, and from +6 to +4 with transitions to finish shifts. 4-2 increased, so he gains more now. That's a buff. While running to the opponent's recovery time block move reduced by 6 frames, change the event on block from +14 to +8. Nerf. Moves to the same, just gain more for your gauge. While crouching 2. The opponent recovery time when blocking this move has been reduced by 1 frame in the event. Opponent block has went from -12 to -13. Should benefit from the start. Finish shift 2, the opponent's recovery time blocking has been reduced by 2 frames. Advantage on block. This one's from -10 to -9, is still safe. Finish shift 3, 1+2, change the damage from 8 to 10, 18 to 8, 12, 20. They buffed it. Didn't need a buff. Keep in mind, when I'm talking about shit like this, y'all, I play the characters, man. Yo, sweet, welcome to the stream. How you doing? How you been? We just gonna order patch notes for Season 3. Raven got some good changes too. I can't wait to see those. Let's see your high growth damage went from 55 to 48. 43. So at least they nerfed the damage on that, but it's still gonna do like a crap ton of damage. During rage, you fix the issue with the follow-up inputs cannot be buffered up the move hit. 4-2-2, 1+2. Only when the second hit lands, the track of the third hit has been improved to mitigate instances where it will part way. Devil Jin. Oh boy. So one of the worst characters in Tekken 8 history, y'all. Don't believe it. The character is actually pretty decent. Devil Jin is a character with a high execution difficulty cap. Yeah, he can easily apply mix-up using mid to low attacks stemming from the Wind God step. In version 3, we made adjustments to improve the consistency of his air combos and to make it easier for players to create capitalize on situations to aim for. New move, while standing 1-4, we have brought back the Twin Revival. The move previously had in Tekken 7. This is a wild rising attack with a 13 frame starter that knocks down the opponent down hit, making it a useful option for the mix-up of the certain block certain moves. He didn't need that, but hey, like I said, I'm gonna be saying that like the next one video. Behavior improvements, behavior institutions where attack could hit but follow offense could become unstable. Doing it as a air combo when near a wall after transitioning to various stances has been revised. These adjustments make it easier for accurate inputs, precise decision making, reliability that leads to extended outcomes, reinforcing character's identity as one that rewards high execution. If I take a move away and give it back, I never got that. I'm telling you, they did that just so they can say, hey guys, look, we are making the characters more dynamic in this game. It's all laziness. So they take moves away, they add them back in later updates to say that they actually, you know, they want to progress the game. They're actually being new and innovative. It's complete bullshit, by the way. 4-3, down 4-2, up 4-1, down 4-1-4, back 4, 2-3, while standing 1-1, while standing 1-2, and while standing 3. Did they nerf Anna? Apparently Anna got buffed. I haven't gone over it yet, but we gonna definitely look into Anna. We had stripping the tracking when transitioning into Morning Crows, so they buffed it. Yeah, we didn't get to her yet, but I'm definitely can't wait to see what they did to her. Her fruit crop sweep, bruh. Up for a 1-2, extend the hitbox downward. Up for a 1 and while standing 1-1, the damage dealt on hit change, so it no longer recoverable damage. That's a buff. Up for a 3, behavior the opponent on hit has been modified, changing the frame finish from +7 to +13. Those side frames has been adjusted from -9 to 32 frames to 9 to 28 frames. Alright, while rising 3, you can now use the move with one god step. Wait, what? I don't have to check that out. I'm learning her. Nino, you definitely pick some good characters. 20 Morning Crow. What's that? 4-1. Enduring Fly. 3-1. Expanding the hitbox downward. During raids, we face the issue of flawed inputs cannot be buffered at the move hit. During heat, back forward. What's that? 2-1-4. 1+2. We shorten the input window on the first hit by 2 frames to prevent cases where the opponent would behave unexpectedly on an airborne hit. Y'all can read all that. Reduce the hitbox when the opponent is behind. Use the instance where the attack will intentionally hit the opponent from behind. Back 1-2, the opponent's behavior on side hit backward has been created as cases where a move will fail to connect consistently under conditions. Back 2-3, the tracking ability on the second has been enhanced on hit or block after the first attack. Okay. 4-4-4, change so the opponent will now turn to face forward on counter hit. That's a buff. One god step. What's that? One god step. Forward. Down forward. Fix the issue where the move can hit near the wall and the opponent will collide with the wall. In a way to prevent a follow-up attack. That's a buff. We're gonna call that wave dash for now. Hitbox is spinning downward, alleviating instances where the attack was missing certain situations. I've never seen that miss ever. Hello, you mean Anna? When you say that, I do. I definitely do. Morning Crow 1, justice collision detection to mitigate issues when start positions with the opponent's certain situation. Morning Crow 2, the hitbox around the main body has expanded to alleviate issues within the close range. During Morning Crow 3, the justice make hits while the opponent's certain situation. Morning Crow 4, 2, 1+2 positions. Side step 2, the easy to hits. So Devil Jin is just pretty much got a bunch of quality of life improvements. We already looked at those. Did I miss the? I did miss the list of ones. My bad, y'all. I didn't know I went past this. Alright, with the Oscar, with the that was in. With the Claudio, with the 5. Alright, let's see what they did to Alyssa. Another character I've been playing. Once again, I apologize. I did not know that I went past them. I didn't even pay no attention. Bounce direction. Alyssa is a character who excels at offense, utilizing destructive form, and has a strong viral movement. Version 3 we focus on expanding her roots in destructive form, together with addition of new moves and adjustment that tend to make it easier to build offensive pressure centered around destructive form. New move up forward, back 1. This is a mid tech that can hit opponents who are down while transitioning to destructive form. It has low risk on block and on hit, provides friendly defense to make it easier to apply from an offensive stance. It allows you to pressure opponents, wake up depending on situations. New rule for destructive form, we have made it easier to transition by allowing 1+2 to be the input after 4 or back 2, 4. This adjustment enables smoother transitions into the stance with multiple routes. Why? It didn't need at home. Let me fix the music. Why did my music stop? For 1, added a new move shortcut. Alyssa's 4, 3, 1+2, now transition to destructive form. The distance from the opponent has been reduced. Alyssa's back 2, 4. Back 2, 4, 1+2 is now transitioned to destructive form. Distance from the opponent has also been reduced. Oh, so she gets a transition? Okay, I see what they did there. During heat, adjusted so that on whiff the move can no longer transition into boot or dual boot or destructive form. Okay. Tekken 4 Mall thing. I love the Tekken 4 OST. Oh, audio, one of my favorite soundtracks. 2-2 adjusted the startup frames on the second attack from 20 to 35 to 1833, so that's a buff, I believe. Up 4, 3+4, adjusted collision attacks to mitigate issues following positions with opponents in such situations. During boot 3, during dual boot 3, extended the hurt box of the situation where the attack would whiff. Yeah, definitely had problems with that. During backup 1+2, fixed the issue where it was not possible to perform a move Viva buff input after the previous move had ended. So they really didn't do too much with Alyssa. Let's look at Army King 8K. They gave him a new, balance direction, Army King is a character who excels at mixing strikes and throws with a neutral game focused on mid-range changes. Version 3 we have expanded his options primarily within air combos while adjusting damage so it damages resistant moves and resisting several frequently used techniques. New move, down back 3+4. New move to submit close range options by taking advantage of his crouching status property made it easier adaptation to the opponents during close quarters engagements. Expansion of an air combo variations while maintaining usability of the frequently used 4-3-2-1. Adjustment has been made it easier to incorporate 4-1+2 down. Really? Make it easier to choose based on distance from the wall. So that's a buff. Down back 3+4, the new move is called Shadow Force. 3+4, 1. Damage on the second hit decreased from -17 to 16. 4-3-2-1. Change the damage from 12-13-22 to 9-12-9. That's a good change. The behavior of the opponent on a hit or counter has been changed. Increase both characters' victory time. Block by 1 frame. 4-1+2. Change the damage from 21 to 22. They buffed that for some reason. Down 3+4, 1. Change the damage on the second has been decreased from 12 to 13. Bag Jaguar 2-3. Before movement on the second has been increased to extend the reach of the attack. That's a buff, I believe. During he fixed the issue where a move hit the wall on certain attacks, so the opponent will become guaranteed. So that got nerfed, alright. And once again, the music stopped. That's one thing I can't stand is Down 4-2, the character now turns towards the opponent on counter hit. This above. 4-4-4 adjusted the pushback interaction when absorbing opponent's attack to reduce situations where the opponent's move will unintentionally whiff. While standing 2. And what's that? Back 1-3 and back 2-4 and 2 fix the issue where true dark smash could sometimes fail to execute when landing and counter hit under specific circumstances. Doing back drag 1+2 fix the issue where it was not possible to perform a move via the buff input on width. Right. And what happened? Really? That's not what I want. Don't worry, professional streamer. All right, we'll rock this. Let's see what they did to Anna. Anna is a character who excels at mix-ups using mid and low attacks from crouching as well as offense that takes advantage of the reach granted by her weapon. In version 3, we have added new moves that stabilize her post-air combo situations, while also providing certain moves whose performance was overly strong, adjusting the balance between risk and reward. New move, 1-2 up 1+2, or 2 up 4 1+2, or down 4 3-2 up 1+2. A new high attack that can be used during air combos is designed with a focus on wall carry performance, making it easier to reliably reach the wall and even in situations where distance management during combos was pretty difficult. The move also integrates smoothly into her existing air combo routes, allowing for flexible choices depending on the situation. She got another new move. Down 1+2. This is a low attack with a crouching status, taking advantage of the range provided by her weapon attack. Has also been added. The move can apply pressure from mid-range. It provides a new option for mid-range engagement, serving as a poke and starting the point of offense. Welcome back, Queen. We still over here reading. And I think I might become an Apex streamer. They don't want this game to survive. We have adjusted the performance of certain moves that previously offered disproportionately high reward, including wild crouching 1+2 as one of the main examples. Yeah, I think you should try playing Caustic, the gas man. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Alright guys, so the new move, down 1+2, is called Puka's Misfortune. I hate the name already. 1-2 up 4 1+2, new move called left right fried love. 2 up 4 1+2, quick fried love. What is these names? Down 4 3-2 up 4 1+2, creep fried love. They not even trying with these names anymore. Yes, I think it'll be a good Caustic. All right, I'll give it a try. Next time, I'll probably play Apex tomorrow. I was so close to getting gold, and I got sold 5 games back to back. I'll tell you, I can't trust Octane to save my life. All right, sorry, y'all. I'm getting off topic. Anna's 2. Change behavior on counter hit has been aligned so that with a normal hit. Is that a nerf? No way. Alright, I'm gonna have to do that. I haven't played Anna since I got instruction. Anna's down for 1-2-4. Adjust the opponent's behavior on counter hit for the second hit to match that of a normal hit. Adjust the opponent's behavior on counter hit for the third hit to match that of the opponent's normal hit. Down, back 4, change the state from standing to crouching. The behavior on counting it has been aligned with those on normal hits. 4-4-2, the opponent's behavior, the behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed. I hate when they do that, when they be very vague with the changes like that. That shit is so annoying. While crouching 1, the opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced from 2 frames. The advantage on block has been changed from -10 to -12. It should have been that, I'm not gonna lie. While crouching full crouch 2, that's the tracking and hit detection to make it easier to evade with lateral movement. During hammer chance 1, increase the recovery time width by 5 frames. During heat up for 3-1, increase the issue where if the first hit triggered a balcony break, the heat timer will be consumed. Okay, so that's okay. All right, behavior change. 4-4-3-3, corrected timing at which crouching status began. It was incorrectly starting at 1 frame, has now been changed to begin at 25 frames. Chaos Judgment 3+4, adjust the collision detection with the opponent to reduce current system of whiffing for certain moves. That's a buff. QCF1, adjust the collision detection of the opponent to make it more difficult to slip under a floating opponent by extending the collision upward. Okay, so that's a buff, I believe. Honestly, I thought they was gonna go a lot harder on Anna. I'm not gonna lie. But it seems like Anna's still gonna be doing her thing in season 3. Sergei Dragunov. This character they don't know how to balance. They don't know how to balance Dragunov. They don't know what they want to do with Dragunov, so let's see what they did in season 3. Dragunov's a character who excels at breaking down the opponent with straightforward mid and low attacks, applying pressure for that practically. In version 3, new moves have been added to and existing ones were revived, with the goal of making it easier for him to initiate offense while preserving his core strength. Why does it sound like Dragunov's getting buffed? Up back, they added a lot of up back moves, Jesus. A new move was added as a high attack that can quickly catch opponent's right side movement. This adjustment was made to strengthen the options against lateral movement to make it easier for Dragunov to maintain offensive pressure. Dragunov was already good. That character could already do that. Main? Review conducted on attack range of several other moves. The attack range of several moves were adjusted to reduce instances where they were with in specific situations. As a result, overall stability of neutral situations have been improved. So up back 1, Hunter Hook. That's a new move. 3+4, you can now use the move while crouching 3+4 and while rising 3+4. Okay. Time with the opponent's attack. You can now use the move during sneak. Oh wow. 4-1, increase the recovery time with by 3 frames. That's a nerf. 4-1+2, the start attack has been changed from 17 to 18 frames to 16 to 17 frames. Before movement has been increased to extend the reach attack. Oh, Dragunov, what are they doing to you? While crouching 1 for a duel. While crouching 1 for a duel hit. Reduce the distance of the opponent on block. Reduce the distance to the opponent on block for the first attack. Increase the tracking on the first hit for strafing on the grounding hit. Reducing cases where the second hit will whiff. The hitbox of the first hit was reduced to mitigate cases where it would unintentionally strike opponents in position behind them. This issue of false inputs and moves, okay. 1-3-1. The hitbox of the main body has been expanded to alleviate issues of whiffing at close ranges. Back 3, the hitbox has been expanded downward, alleviate instances where the attack would miss in certain situations. 4-4-2, 1+2. The issue where the throw break input will become shorter than intended was correct. During the opponent wall stun 4-4-4, because the issue where follow attacks will fail to connect specifically against Flockaron. Hey, like Flockaron has always had weird hitboxes there. While standing 1-2, the attack hitbox has been reduced to mitigate unintended current hits hitting opponents who are behind you. While rising 2, the hitbox has expanded limited instances where the attack would miss in certain situations. Eddie, what did they do to this character? I do not like, but guys, I do not like this character. I'm not gonna hold you. Eddie is a character who excels at initiation and offense through a wide variety of low attacks and unorthodox movement from his stances, creating close range opportunities while evading the opponent's attack with highly evasive techniques. In version 3, adjustments were made with a focus on expanding his offensive options from Negativa. Through the addition of new moves and improvements to the existing one, it has been made easier for him to create advantageous situations depending on the circumstances. New move added through Negativa 4, 3+4. A new move that was added to allow the second hit of a natural combo string to be cancelled into binary. Wait, is it a natural string? So we all playing Street Fighter during season 3 of Tekken 8, right? Right? Okay. By combining this with actions such as during Negativa 4-3, it's been easier to disrupt the opponent's defense responses. So instead of like trying to make defense better in this game, we give you more options to stop people. Alright. Okay. Doing this for 3, added a new move. Chibata Avalanche? What are these names that we come up with? Alright, during heat, 3+4. Plus recovery time on blocking move has been reduced by 4 frames with the advantage on block reduced from +9 to +5. While adding a level 1 during arena, the opponent's time when blocking has been reduced by 1 frame. The advantage on block has been from -13 to -14. While Medingo level 2, yes, that's what I'm calling it. And by Mira, the recovery time when blocking the move has been reduced by 1 frame. Of advantage on block has changed from -13 to -14, changing damage from 16.630 to 16.6.4. While ending level 1 during Mira 4, where the opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 2. Advantage on block has changed from +7 to +5, changing the difference from 25 to 23. During Negativa 2-3, adjust the start off frames of the first attack from 17 to 14. Modify the opponent's reaction on counting hit for the second hit to improve follow-up opportunities. Step 3, the behavior of the opponent on counting hit has been changed, so that's one of the things we're going to look at when the update goes live. Down to 3, the tracking capability of the first hit has been enhanced, making occurrences whipping partway through. During Negativa 1+2, expanded the hurt box leading situation with certain text would whip. Fakaram. Honestly, bro, if you want to get an easy guide, Fakaram and AK was your easiest guide instructions. I'm not gonna hold you. Fakaram's character is characterized by his ability to maintain control of the match through powerful offensive tools and strong pressure. In version 3.0, adjustments were made to focus on bug physics and stabilizing behavior without significantly altering his core character traits. New move up for 3+4, a new 2-hit attack that triggers an airborne tornado state was added. The hurt box of the first hit was set low, making it easier to use upon options for quickly performing airborne tornadoes in certain situations. Guerrilla Force adjustments as part of the overall C3 policy. The system change was so that Guerrilla Forces move when he ends. Excuse me, y'all, need a drink. In line with this change, Guerrilla Force can now be gained with down 4. When down 4 scores a common hit, make it easier for Fakaram to leverage his distinctive strengths. New move, up 4 3+4, Twin Knee Barrage. Y'all not even creative anymore. 4/1. So your opponent counter hit has changed, so I'm going to see in game. Down 4 successfully in the counter hit now grants Guerrilla Force, which is install. The opponent's behavior during the trade situations has changed. Up 4/3, reduce the attack hitbox, making it easier to evade with side steps. Rhombus stance, the stance was made to cancelable with down back as well. Four, what's that? 4/1. The opponent's behavior on counter hit of the first hit was adjusted, reducing cases where the second hit will whiff. 4-4-4, adjusted collision detection may get issues where unchanged to be able to evade the opponent's attack. 3-4-3, tornado kick hold with growth force tornado kick hold. Reduce the hitbox when the opponent is behind you. Reduce the instance with attack with unchanged hit opponents from behind. With the Root Force doing tornado kick hold, reduce the hitbox intentionally. So none change with block around. Still gonna be overly annoying, Ooh boy. I ain't read this much since my school days. Sorry, y'all, I was just replying to a message. Go ahead and close these windows and throw these windows. Excuse me. Okay. Fang is characterized by his wide range of grounded options, strong counter hit measures, and evasive movement enabled by deceptive step. Emergency adjustments were made to a goal expanding his offensive. We're expanding his offensive options. Why? With addition of new moves and transition to shifting clouds, it's now easier for him to choose appropriate options based on the situation. New move, back facing opponent 3+4. This new move allows Fang to transition to shifting clouds from back turn position by aiming to access the shifting clouds, while back turn it has made easier to include a curve strike-like properties as far as his available options in those situations. Shifting cloud adjustments. Frame of events on block doing shifting cloud 2 was adjusted to make it easier for Fang to transition to offensive situations. And additionally, your approach to opponent up 4-1-2 cannot be performed during shifting clouds. Oh my god. I don't like these changes. I'm not gonna hold you. So shifting clouds, you can now use this move with back facing opponent. Heat burst can now be performed with when he's active during shifting clouds. Well, he can activate heat during shifting clouds now. Ying Long Malpressure can now be performed with this during shifting clouds. Kunlun Avalanche can now be performed with upward 1+2. Approaching the point during shifting clouds. I need a beer, y'all. What are we really listening to the community? Y'all, are we really listening to the community, bro? It's like they claim they listen and then they do the complete. Whatever. During heat, back for 3+4, change the damage from 1023 to 1020. Small nerf. /3. Change the opponent's recovery time when blocking has been increased by 4 frames. An advantage. When blocking has went from -7 to -3. Back for the distance from the opponent on block has been reduced, fix the issue where distance from the opponent became unintentionally greater on counter hit. Down back 2-2-2-2. Increase the recovery time. The first hit by 4 frames, just the frame advantage on block from -11 to -15. Into from 0 to -4 on hit. Increase the recovery time of the third hit by 6 frames, adjusting the frame advantage on block from -8 to -14. Shifting clouds 2. The opponent's recovery time when blocking the move has been increased by 3 frames of advantage, and the advantage on block has been Change from -3 to 0. Transitioning to the backstage, the frame rate test went from 0 to +3. Shifting class 1, the hitbox has been spent downward limit instances where attack will move from certain situations. Back 1 spinner, the hurt box situation with attack with whiff. Fangs are fangs, man. Fang gonna be fanging, bro. Heihachi. This character was OD. I think this was one of the most busted characters in season 2, bro. Heihachi is a character. It's characterized by its close range combat and applies constant pressure through strong to mid-high attack options. Version 3 adjustments were made to address bugs and stabilize certain behaviors that were crudely inconsistent while also making it easier for him to maintain offensive mind game. New move up back 1+2, sorry. A new hobo mid attack was added, so he gets a charge attack. One counter hit allows for a forward break to be triggered. Wow. Although the move can be held to introduce mind games potential, probably use requires evaluating the opponent's actions and surrounding situations. Behavior improvements, their hurt boxing behavior of several moves were reviewed and adjusted. As a result, unintended behavior or unnatural situations are less likely to occur. These adjustments makes interactions near the wall and close block situations more stable overall. Up back 1+2, new boost called Genkotsu Crusher. So he adjusted the opponent's behavior on hit so it no longer triggers a wall spot. Okay, yes, I forgot Heihachi has a wall spot in he smashed. What's that? 2-2? Change the opponent's behavior on block while altering their state from crouching to standing. Adjust the collision detection with the opponent, reduce the occurrence of whiffing for move. 4-4-3, change the chip damage block from 12 to 9. Up 4-3-4, or when got Sami 3 and 4 on hit. Hitbox has spin downward limit is the certain moves. I didn't know it had that issue. Spinning demon for 3, increase where opponent unnaturally quickly crouch to evade the subsequent high attack. After blocking has been corrected. Approach the opponent, what's that, up 4 to 1-3. The issue was fixed where the heat timer would not remain paused during throws. The issue was fixed the damage scaling sometimes would not be applied when the stage gimmick was triggered. Wow, I didn't know that. That's it? That's all we doing for Heihachi? What are we doing, y'all? What are we doing? Harong. Let's see what they did to this character. Harong is a character characterized by maintaining pressure and the pace of the match through his right flamingo, left flamingo stances while leveraging a wide variety of strings to continue offense. Where his three adjustments were made to focus on expanding his options and air combos. Also revisiting several techniques that previously offered especially high performance. New move during left flamingo 1+2-4. A new move used from left flamingo was added. It allows air combos to be extended into floor-based stage gimmicks and expands the availability of combo rules and utilize both right flamingo, left flamingo, enabling more situational appropriate selections. During right flamingo up 4, entry will result with a difference in reach will occur depending on input time and adjustment improves stabilized air combos. Flamingo 1+2-3, new moves called spinning axe combo. Yo, down 3+4 can now be performed with down back 3+4. Expended or hurt by in situations where I have never seen that tech whiff. His original down back 3+4, his input has been changed to back 2+3. During heat, don't check wall splats. Back 1, the opponent's recovery time when blocking has been increased by 1 frame advantage. On blocks, has been changed from -14 to -15. It should have always been that. There was no reason for it to be -14. It's lunch now. Thank you, Lou. Because, man, her own players, one thing they will do is spam the hell out that move. Also in 2-3, the damage of the first tech has been changed from 8 to 12. Tracking was strengthened when the first hit connected, reducing cases where the second hit will whip. During right stance, 3 slide forward, increase the recovery frame whip by 3 frames, just opponent's behavior on block. If I remember correct, is that was that backlash? Sorry, sometimes y'all be forgetting inputs off the top of my head. So we got 1, 2, 4, 4, and 2, 4, 4. The damage on a mid-hair hit has been adjusted from 23 to 20. This change aims to correct especially between damage on mid-hair and grounded hits. 3, 4, 4, or left doing left flamingo. 3, 4, 4 damage on ground hits adjusted from 20 to 23. Change correct the experience between damage on the ground and mid-air hits. Dual right stance, 3, 4, the phenomenon where the opponent will cut unnaturally, quickly crouch to evade. Quick and high take off the second hit has been corrected. During left flamingo 3, the pushback interaction was adjusted. So the move was absorbed by opponent's power crush, causing reducing the cases of the opponent's attack with whiff. Forward right flamingo up forward 4. I'm sorry, not up forward 4, up 4. The issue where the reach will become shorter depending on the input timing when transitioning to right flamingo 6. And that's all they wrote for her wrong. Guys, I feel like I've been reading for hours. Jack 8. Jack's annoying ass character. Jack is characterized by applying mid-range pressure and explosive power while engaging in mind games and incorporating damage charge. Version 3 major adjustments were not made to a fundamental balance of his existing moves. Instead, changes will focus on situations where follow-ups will fail to connect or whiffs were likely to occur in safe scenarios. With these fixes in post-hit situations, we have made more stable. Jagged oral behavior has been further stable. New move, back 3+4, is a new mid attack that is easy to use at close range was added. On hit, approach crouching opponents with down 1-3. Approach crouch opponents with down 2-4 will connect as a he gets. I'm about to uninstall Tekken 8. I'm about to uninstall Tekken 8 because what the fuck are we doing, bro? What the fuck are we doing? As if these characters ain't have enough shit. New move added. Nemesis Rusty Nail. During heat before opponents now face forward on side hit, modify the opponent's behavior when hit from the back. 1-1 and 4-4-1 behavior opponent on counter has been changed. Modify the opponent's behavior when hit. When hit from the back. 3 to crouch recovery time to transition to gamma how has been reduced by 1 frame. Sorry. 1+2. The hitbox has been spinning downward, alleviating instances where the attack will miss in certain situations. 4-1+2 expands the hitbox so the first and second hit, increasing their reach. The distance to the opponent upon the first hit has been reduced. Reduce the distance to the opponent on block for the second attack. 3+4. Reduce the recovery time. When transitioning from Gamma Howl by 4 frames, opponent behavior on side or back hits was unified so that 4-1-2 has a difference has existed between them. Down 4-4, the distance on the opponent on counter has been reduced. Down 1+2 as the distance on opponent on block has been reduced. Down back to hold has reduced started by 1 frame. Back 1+2 expanded the hurt boxing situation with attack with whip. Upward 3 the recovery time presented to the gamma how on hit has been reduced by 17 frames. Goddamn. 4-4 1+2 2 of the opponent's recovery time on blocking that has been increased. The frame advantage on block has been changed from -11 to -9, so you made it safe. You made it safe. Ground crouching 1+2 enhance the tracking on the first hit when it connects or is blocked, reducing instance with the second hit with whiff. Reduce the distance to the opponent on block for the second attack. Down 4-1 to enhance the tracking on the first hit when it lands or on the ground or is blocked, reducing instance with the second hit with whiff. Down 4-1-3 or quarter circle back forward, down forward 1. Hitbox around the main body has been expanded, leading issues within that close range. Route running 1+2, adjust the collision detection with the opponent, make it easier to hit. Brow Rising 3, unify the tracking with hit 3 as really different. During Gamma Howl 3, unify the recovery time with 443 down as it's spread differently. Gamma Howl 242, it hits the tracking on the third hit when it connects or is blocked. Reduce instance with a fourth hit with whiff. Force from the right side issue with timing of transition into throw break animation was delayed and that throw was broken correctly. So Chagas boy is still annoying as all hell. Jin, brother Jin. Jin is a character characterized as an all-rounder with solid neutral control and well-balanced set of offensive and defensive options. Version 3 elements, including those related to he had become overly strong in specific situations were adjusted, where multiple moves in both normal stance and special stance received improvements to their behavior and ease of use. New move during heat, down forward 2, 1+2, and new mid usable only during heat was added. This move was intended to broaden Jin's offensive options while in heat state. Improvement to the move behavior, performance enhancement, the hit behavior and hitboxes on multiple moves were reviewed and adjusted during reducing cases where unintended hits or whiffs would occur in specific situations. Additionally, moves during double step was made easier to handle with adjustments to the spacing and frame data on block. These changes make it easy for Jin to maintain stable and neutral overall consistency in his gameplay. New heat move down forward 2, 1+2, awaken Phoenix Claw. Heat smash forward. Adjusted the opponent's behavior on hits are no longer wall spots. Reduce the hitbox only when the opponent's behind you. Stances with a table inches to hit opponents behind you. Damage went from 48 to 50, so they buffed the damage on it by 2 points. 4-4 during heat. 4-4 1+2. The start of the attack has been changed from 25-27 frames to 21-23. The assumption of the remaining heat has changed from 300 to 240. I'm sorry, minus 300 to minus 240. My apologies. Double step during double step 1. Upon recovery, when blocking the move has increased by 4 frames, the advantage on block has been changed from minus 13 to minus 9, so they made it safe. Why do we keep making shit safe? Double step 2, the distance between the opponent on block has been reduced. 2-1-4, reduce the distance between characters on the first hit where they connect or is blocked, reducing instance with the second hit will whiff. Modify the opponent's reaction on counter hit for the third hit. 2-4, change the opponent's behavior on aerial hit. Down 2, changes the behavior of the opponent on counter hit has been changed. Down 3+4, increase the distance from the opponent on a down hit with the first hit. Down back 2-2-3, increase the distance from the opponent on a down hit after the first hit. During Zacian 1+2, the opponent's behavior on hit was changed so that the wall stagger is no longer triggered. During heat, 1-3-4, 3-1-4, or backward 2-1-2. Reduce the hitbox only when the opponent is behind you. Reduce the instance where the attack will enter to hit your opponent behind you. 1+2. As there were cases where the consecutive hits will fail to connect consistently under certain conditions for side attacks or back hits. Opponent's behavior was correct to increase the distance from the opponent on block or down hit and first hit. Down 4, the hitbox expand downwards later instances where the attack will miss in situations. Jun. Alright, y'all, I feel like I've been reading for a minute. Jun is a character by her ability to replenish recoverable health and utilizing enhancements granted by the Kazama Essence. In version 3, her available options were expanded through the addition of new moves that better leverage these character traits, while behavior of several existing techniques has also revealed and adjusted. New move 3-1. A new fast throwing move suitable for the use of guaranteed punish was added. On hit, it allows recoverable health to be restored, increases the Kazama Essence, because it can also trigger an airborne tornado. It's designed to make situational judgment and reward section easier. Review of system moves. The startup and behavior of certain moves were reviewed and adjusted. As a result, the punch capability of all usability has been improved. Additionally, certain post-hit situations were adjusted to make it easier for Jun to capitalize on advantageous frames. So 3-1, a new move, Shion Kanagi. Her standing 3, change the damage from 20 to 14. The behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed. Reduce the hitbox, change the opponent's behavior on an aerial hit, adjust the opponent's behavior on block range from -13 to -10. They made it safer. The distance from the opponent on block has been reduced. Score 1+2, previously the move dealt 0 damage on hit, but now deals 5 recoverable damage. This move cannot cause a KO. Down for 1-1, increase the opponent's recovery time on hit by 3 frames, change the frame advantage on block from +2 to +5. The distance from the opponent on hit has been reduced. Down 3+4, change the damage from 520 to 515. Down back 2, change the damage from 15 to 17. Back 4-2, change the behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed. Back 3+4, the start of the attack has changed from 20 to 29 frames to 22 to 23 frames. Distance from the opponent on block has been reduced. Side step 4, the distance of the opponent on block has been reduced. Easy mode 1-1, the behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed. Change the opponent's behavior on aerial hit. Oh, back 1+2, an issue was fixed with the move can be from with unintended commands in such situations. While rising to 1, the second hit had already been buffed. The opponent's behavior on counting hit of the first hit was made consistent with that of a normal hit. So does that mean that it doesn't counter hit launch no more? So in accordance with this change, the input window for the second hit has been shortened by 2 frames. Crouching, while crouching 3+4-3, increase the distance of the opponent on a down hit with the first hit. While crouching down 4-2, the opponent's recovery on counter hit was reduced by 4 frames, change frame range from counter hit from +18 to +14. Although this move had started out with 40 frames, it was still connected as a grounded combo adjustment was made to display a value of 18 frames for completing. Easy mode 4-1 on hit, enhance the tracking only on the hit of the first hit, use the instance where the second hit will whiff. Oh boy, man. Eight out of 14, bro. This is what has more tests open. Alright, we almost there, y'all. We're almost there. Kazuha Mishima. Kazuha is a character characterized by close range mind games built around wind gossip, as well as offensive pressure that leverages more enhanced during his double form. Version 3 adjustments were made to address bugs and inconsistencies in behavior, while also improving the usability of several moves. New move during double form. What's that? 1-1-2 down? Using during double form, 1-1-2-4 will cause Kazuha. Will cause Kaz and the opponent to switch positions on activation, which could force them to disadvantageous orientation depending on the situation. To address behavior, that new move was added allows the attack to be performed without switching sides. Oh my god, bro. Does God forbid a character that has a weakness? Startup behavior on block and behavior on counter hit of down back 2 was revealed and adjusted. This move can now trigger the full work break. On counter hit has made it easier to incorporate into offense starters and close range mind games. Double form with 1-2, that's a new move. Devil's Inferno, down back 2. The start of the attack has changed from 20 to 18 frames. Behavior of the opponent on counter has been changed. The opponent behavior on block was changed, setting their state from crouching to standing. And the frame advantage on block was adjusted from -9 to -4. Once again, we making shit safer. Up for 4-4-4. Increase distance from the opponent on a down hit with the first hit. Side step 4-1. Reduce the recovery by 1 frame on hit. Down 4-1, down 4-2. I hope did they make it. They didn't make they left it safe. Doing wall combo extremely close range, reduce the forward movement in order to mitigate issues where positional relationship with the opponent becomes different than intended. Use near the wall. Why is it still -9? Make it -10, please. At least make it -10, bruh. That's the one of the main problems with this game. We don't got enough moves that should be minus on block aren't minus, they're safe. I'm sorry, punishable, not minus. Moves that should be punishable on block are not punishable in this game. Stupid. Down forward 2, the hitbox has been downward instance where it looks on certain moves. Down forward 3, 1, just the punch behavior on back hit. But the first hit, reduce the instance with a second hit with whiff. Down back 3, the hitbox has been downwards, maybe instance with attack with certain situations. Back 1, 2, enhance the tracking on the first hit when it connects, reduce the instance with a second hit with whiff. While standing 1, 2, enhance the tracking on the first hit when it connects, reduce the instance with a second hit with whiff. Devil form. One step 4, 1, and 1 step 4. I'm sorry, wait, Dash. I said 1 step. The issue was fixed and the heat timer would not recover certain stage gimmicks were triggered on hit. I'm sorry. When's the wave dash 3? Spin the hitbox only on block, reduce certain instance with attack with. If King didn't get nerfed into the ground, bruh, I'm quitting Tekken 8, bruh. Like, y'all probably see Tekken content from me once a month. If this character didn't get touched in any meaningful way. Because this character right here has been the bane of my existence for like all these seasons. And you know it's true because the music stopped. So y'all know I'm speaking the truth. Alright, let's change the music. King is characterized by close-range mind games centered around wide variety of throws. Version 3 adjustments were made to temper aspects of his toolkit that had become overly reliant on regular strikes while preserving his strength as a character with numerous throws. As a result, his throw techniques cannot be utilized more strategically. A new move will approach the opponent. QCF back 1-3 added a new throw that triggers a tornado state that expands the attack of routes that can be developed from throws, making it easier to base. I'm about to lose my mind. Because why we giving King more shit? Why we giving King more shit? Approach the opponent with cross circle back 1-3, add a new move. 11-18 spine cracker. Doing side step 2-4 is not able to use a move during Jaguar sprint. Oh my god. 1-3-2-2, which is the new wall combo they gave him in season 2. Hitbox around the main body on the first hit has been expanded to alleviate issues of whipping at close range. Enhance the tracking on mid-air hit of the second hit. Reduce instances with the third hit will whiff. I played King season 2. I never had any of these issues they are mentioning, bro. I was on to the stream, bro. How you doing, fam? King 4-2 plus 3 adjusted the opponent's behavior on block change for adventure block from -9 to -5. You made it safe. You fucking dickheads made it safe. Y'all made it safer. Down forward 2, reduce the hitbox to make it less likely for opponents to hit opponents sidestepping to the right. Down forward 3, just attracting performance to make it more likely to hit opponents sidestepping left. Up forward 2, change the damage from 35 to 40. You buffed him? You gave him a buff? Doing sidestep 2, the behavior of the opponent has been changed on hit. Gotta see what it is in the game. Doing standing hill 1-2, 1 plus 2, doing standing hill 2-1-1-3. During standing hill hold 1 plus 2, 1-3. Recoverable damage has taken recoverable damage taken when a throw was broken has been removed. 1+2-3 issue with damage being lowered when triggered tornado was fixed. Airborne approach for 1-3 or 4-1-3. An issue where the opponent's short box became smaller when a tornado was triggered and when prepared for. They don't listen. They honestly don't listen. They got idiots working at Bandai Namco. Lydia Liz. Oh, I can't wait to get to her. What's up, Tommy? How you doing, bro? Cool and Panic characterized by mid-range playstyle that leverages their reach while utilizing chip damage on block holdable moves. Instantiations maintain control of the magic range 3, including moves those involving heat, where interactions could be called early one-sided with a just increase in the number of scenarios in which both players can engage in a meaningful mind game on offense and defense. And they did not listen at fucking all. Why are we putting new moves in the game when you can't balance the ones y'all have now? New move during heat, down 4-4-1, down 4-4 and 1 on hit. A fall move that can be used only during heat, triggered on hit from down back 4 was added. Kuma can take advantage of floor break stage gimmicks while Panda can utilize wall break stage gimmicks. However, because the heat time consumption is great, careful consideration on stage position is required when using that option. Review exist moves for Kuma, exclusive moves during the smash. In degree to the defender also will OD restricted on block was reviewed by adjusting the distance of frame advantage on block in a lot of situations. So defensive mind game, including the use of lateral movement, has been made more likely to occur. Down back 4-1 on hit heat. Add a new move called spinning Kuma uppercut. Down back 4-1 on heat. Add a new move, spinning panda fight. They didn't even try. They didn't try with this update. They didn't try with these names. Are you reading the garbage notes? I mean the patch notes, yes, bro. And let me tell you, whiz ass. What's up, Dilly? Welcome to the stream, bro. How you doing, fam? I've been reading these patch notes for over an hour and a half. I don't know, man. Well, since I'm streaming on Twitch, I can't really say what I want to say, but I might have to go give you some juice after this. If you know, you know. Let's see. So, Kuma's electric. The opponent recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 5 frames. So advantage on block has been changed from +5 to 0. The distance from the opponent on block has been reduced. What's the end play? Okay, I'm sorry, I was reading this shit. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 4 frames. The advantage on block has changed from +9 to +5. The distance from the opponent on block has also been reduced. Kuma Penna 3+4 added more forward movement when transitioning to honey stance. Kuma Penna up for 1+2. The opponent's recovery was reduced by 4 frames, changing the frame range on block from -4 to -8, and from -3 to -7 when transitioning to hunting. The opponent's recovery was increased by 3 frames, changing the frame advantage on hit from +3 to +6, from +4 to +7 when transitioning to hunting. Behavior of the opponent on counter has also been changed. QCF2-2, Kuma Panda behavior on opponent hit has changed. During raids, down 4-1-2, an issue was fixed when follow-up inputs could not be buffered on a move down hit. Panda up 4-3+4, just collision detection make an issue with fucking positions with opponents in situations. Kuma Panda doing honey stance, suspended honey stance 1+2, suspended the hurt box, limiting situations where syntax will whiff. An issue was fixed where the move hit near a wall and the opponent would collide with the wall and enter unintended behavior. Kuma Panda doing honey stance 3+4, the hitbox has a downward early instance where the attack would miss in certain situations. Kuma Panda doing barrel roll, the hitbox has been spent heavily in certain situations. Oh my god, bro. Yeah. The Oscar one is BS. People really complain because they lose too dumb. They may not. If they lose to her, it's a skill issue. I don't want to hear no complaints. I hear that. what is going on so far? So far, they have not listened to the community. This is probably one of the worst updates / seasons I've probably ever heard for a fighting game. But we gotta play the game, the season we was dealt. But in short, everybody's still pretty much the same. I think Oscar's the only one that really took a hit so far from our red. Anna is still gonna be doing her thing. We haven't gotten to like the more problematic characters. We just now getting to Lars. Did you get to King? Yes. I read King and they did nerf King. King is still gonna be cheesy the ever living hell off the rank queue like he's been doing for the past two seasons. King should have got butchered. They tell me he's still gonna be strong, and I know before like once this like stream like gets archived or saved right, before any Captain Save a Hoe ass niggas for Tekken 8 tell me, well, they already said that there wasn't gonna be any meaningful changes at the start of season 3. No shit, Sherlock. But it should have been more change than this. Y'all had 2 seasons to get game data, and y'all barely really did anything meaningful. I'm gonna pray for you on this game, bro. Good luck. Hey, Drew, welcome to the stream. How you doing? How you doing? We just going over these patch notes. We made it to the Laura section. All right, let's hurry and get through this, boy. My head literally hurts from reading these patch notes. My head is actually pounded. Lars is characterized by his ability to close distance during dynamic entry, and it's dynamic entry and not silent entry. Is it silent entry? I don't know, y'all. My mind is I'm kind of losing it right now reading these patch notes. I have lost brain cells reading the patch notes so far. Breaking down the opponent through rapid close range engagement version 3, his offense tools were streamlined and adjustments were made to make it easier to suppress the opponent's lateral movement at close range by making it easier to choose the appropriate move for this situation. Lars can now more rarely create offensive opportunities. I already don't like where this is going. If you tell me y'all made Lars gameplay more easier to be playing like a brainless monkey, okay. New move, up 4-1. This is a new move that allows the second hit of 4-1 down to be canceled and a transition into limited entry when up 4-1 on hit is performed. The move is characterized by its ability to effectively suppress the opponent's lateral movement, making it easier to expand Lars' options by switching actions according to the situation. Tell me y'all don't listen to y'all community while telling me y'all don't listen to y'all community. Adjustments to make it easier to suppress the opponent's lateral movement. The tracking of back 2-3 was adjusted to make it more effective at countering opponent's lateral movement. And a delay was added to the second hit so it can be executed after confirming a situation. In addition to return to during dynamic entry, 1+2 was revised, improving the post-block situation, making it easier to use as an offense starter. So you telling me the character that he should be on the fucking face of Tekken 8, cause that's all that nigga is Tekken 8 gameplay, straight offense. So we are making his offense easier in season 3. That's what y'all gathered from the data from season 1, season 2. We made Lawrence more. Or you fucking let me read the rest of the changes. Let me just let me read the rest of the changes, bro. Just let me read the rest of the changes. Everybody be cool, be calm, just be cool, be calm, y'all. Just be cool, be calm. Up 4-1, back up 4-1 during hit down. Added a new move, alternating current. Nice name. Is that Lars 10 history? Oh, they changed his 10 history because they gave him a new input. Okay. Down 2, behavior on opponent counter hit has been changed. That's one thing we're going to have to test when the update goes live. While running 1, change the opponent's behavior on aerial hit. Dynamic entry 1+2, adjust the opponent's behavior on normal hit, adjust the opponent's behavior on block, and change the frame rate on block from -10 to -1. So we made it safe. Now deals chip damage on block, change damage for 20 to 20. Why are we buffing Lars? During silent entry 1, the opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 3 frames, and the advantage on block has changed from -6 to -9. The distance from the opponent on block has also been reduced. Silent entry 2, the behavior of the opponent on counter hit has changed. Adjust the collision detection may get issues with swap position with opponents in situations. 1+2 an issue with space where 1+2 will incorrect result in route. Really? Okay. Forward 1-3, 1+3 an issue with space where 1-3 will incorrectly result in route when input. I never had these happen to me when playing the character. Hey Drew, see you on the other side. Alright, down back 1-3. Yeah, these patch notes. Down back 1-3 collision detection of the opponent has been adjusted mitigates the issues when the opponent punishment within them after the move is blocked. Okay. Doing silent injury 2, expanded the hurt box age with table width. Injury B. But I have never had these ever. I have never had these happen when playing the character. I got the character God destruction with points. If they did nerf law, bruh, I might end stream. I don't even want to read. The patch notes have been so terrible for me that it's like, it's so annoying to read some of this and then had to listen to them tell me we are listening to the community. Law is characterized by his offensive playstyle that leverages speed and rapid fire attacks. In version 3, his available options in neutral were streamlined with adjustments focused primarily on physical, with several dominant offensive sequences were toned down. A new move was added and adjustments were made to broaden situations in which certain techniques can be effectively utilized. New move up for back 1+2. They keep adding moves. They are really running out of inputs for these moves. A new high attack with homing properties, making it easier to continue his offense when blocked. So you tell me, Law, the character is literally safe on block. Yeah. All right. It also can be performed from a crouching state and serves as a versatile option for initiating pressure in a wide variety of situations. Why? Improved performance for perfect inputs during Dragon Charge stance. The performance of certain moves during Dragon Charge stance was strengthened when the perfect timing input was successfully executed. As a result, a new option has been added while rising forward, scoring a counter hit can now guarantee to Dragon Charge fall. Man, so yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna go back to playing anime fighters. Be sure to be looking forward to Street Fighter. You know, maybe I go visit the Naruto series again. Maybe, hey, Virtual Fight. Man, I should go play Virtual Fighter. More DOA content on the way. Because Tekken 8, what the hell are we doing? Back facing the opponent 1+2. You can now use this move with up forward back 1+2. The distance from the opponent on block has been reduced. During heat, adjust the opponent's behavior on hit so it no longer triggers a wall splat. 1+2, the distance of the opponent on block has been reduced to reduce the amount heat timer recovery on hit from 60 to 30 frames. Down forward 1-2, up forward to reduce the heat timer recovery on hit from 60 to 30. That, yo, Finley, bro. I honestly couldn't tell you, bro. I don't think they know what they're doing, bro. They don't. They don't know what they're doing. They just doing shit for the sake to say they doing shit. Down 1-3, change the start for the first hit from 21-22 to 19, so y'all made it faster. Opponent's behavior on counter hit of the second hit, unified it with the behavior on normal hit. During Dragon Charge, when the opponent recovery time when blocking has been increased from 4 frames. Has been increased by 4 frames, and the advantage on block has been changed from -1 to +3. Y. Dragon Charge for 1. The amount started has went from 14, 15, 13 to 14, but only when a perfect input time is actually executed. Distance between law and opponent on block has increased, but only when the perfect time input is successfully executed. DSS 1, DSS 3, DSS 4, timing at which perfect input was made 1 frame earlier, unifying timing as the move comes out. So they really didn't do nothing to late. Lee is characterized by a playstyle that excels at using keep out moves, punishes, returns game from perfect input. Y'all go ahead and watch Fight Geo video when he talks about Lee. His heat options were streamlined with adjustments to focus on offense and around hitman. Changes was made to stand selection easier according to the situation. New wild crouching move. The wild crouching 3-4. It was changed so that the move can now transition into a hitman afterward. As a result, this now serves as an option for entering hitman to make it easier to change their offense from a crouching stance. What part of toning down offense do they not understand? Expansion on hitman options when hitman 1+2 was updated so that now it can transition to either standing or back into hitman after doing the move, making it easier to adjust the offensive flow. Doing hitman forward to 1, it was added a new option to unite it more effectively so it press opponent's lateral movement. While standing 1-4 perfect input, wonderful combo. Pardon it. So while standing 1-4 has a perfect input now. Okay. New crouching move, wild crouching 3-4 now since the hitman doing misstep 3 plus new move actually. Misstep 3+4 doing misstep 4 now since it's a hitman. 4-2-1 you can now use this move during hitman. During he reduces the distance of the opponent on block for the first attack. Change the start off from the third hit from 25.6 to 25 frames. Expanding downward hitbox on the third hit. During heat, down 4-3+4, remove the homing attack property, make it easy to evade with side steps. Thank you. Adjusted the tracker performance to make it more likely to hit opponents side stepping left. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been increased by 2 frames. The finish on block has gone from 0 to +2. Oh my god. Joe Budden originally said it's likely they gave an eviction to Tekken Legacy players for all those years who understand Tekken. Forget it's out the window. Cause that's fucking fast, bro. These changes are so fucking idiotic. Where everything that made Tekken is literally fucking gone. During heat, down 1+2, the start of the attack has moved from 18-19 to just 18 frames. Adjust the tracking performance to make them likely hit opponent's faster than right. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 2 frames. So it went from being +6 to +4. 4-4-2-4. 1-4-2-4 was changed so that the transition to mess up is now possible on hit or block. Hitman during Hitman 2, expanding the hitbox downward to make it more likely to connect against down opponents. During Hitman 1+2, the transition to Hitman was changed during Hitman 1+2+3+4. The recovery time when transition to Hitman reduced by 2 frames, changed the frame advantage on block from -5 to -3. The frame advantage on hit went from +6 to +8. Adjusted the opponent's behavior when the second hit connects after the counter hit. On the first unifying hit with the behavior of the normal hit, changed so that moves can now be cancelled. Hitman down or Hitman up can then change so the move can now be cancelled into a crouching state with down back. 1-3-3-3 the just frame put the opponent's behavior on side hits and back hits was corrected. That there were cases where the move would fail to connect consistently under certain conditions. Down 4-3-2-3 the opponent's behavior was corrected in certain instances, performing a heat dash where airborne will allow for unintended fall attacks to become possible. Down 3 the hitbox has been reduced to negate unintended hits your opponent who are behind you. Hitman, during Hitman 1, the hitbox has been downward leading instance for working on certain moves. During Hitman, issues faced with striking attacks could not be performed when transitioning to the Hitman movement inputs. that had been buffered beforehand. Yeah, I don't see season 3 lasting long, at least for like legacy Tekken players, bro. I honestly feel like this game's just gonna chase off anybody that loved legacy Tekken. All right, let's see what they did to Leo. Cause Leo was a kind of a fucked up character, bro. We're cooked. Yo, Trey, welcome to the stream, bro. Man, we're cooked, deep fried, double better than all of that, boy. I'm just saying, I haven't. What? How long? What? We're going on 2 hours now reading these damn patch notes. I have never been more disappointed in my entire life. On this thing. It's like that double fried Krabby Patties from fucking SpongeBob. Alright, Leo was a technical character. That character is not technical in Tekken 8. I'm sorry. Leo is a technical character who constructs offense and defense flexibility through a wide variety of stances and move options. Version 3 adjustments were made to reinforce areas where damage return had been lacking overall, while also making it easier for Leo's individuality to shine by certain improvements around the acquisition of Lightning Glare, new move for Boo. 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2 plus 1 plus 1 hit. A new feature was added in which doing Fobo hit will guarantee Lightning Glare on hit. This Lightning Glare can now be gained simultaneously with triggering tornadoes. It's now easy to construct combo moves and tactics. I'm gonna look into that with mayonnaise. Did we need that? No, we did not need that for Leo. Review its extra moves, reaching Jinbu 1 was increased to improve stability. Additionally, during Gen G Duli 1, 2, while rising 1 plus 2 were updated, so they can now trigger a wall splat. With these adjustments, the character overall performance was reviewed and balanced to broaden tactical possibilities. Swing for 1, 2, and the new move, Yai Su Yin Quan, or Lightning Glare. Sorry. During heat, adjust opponent's behavior so it no longer triggers a wall splat. Rip Leo's wall splat. This dude will be missed. 1 plus 2, the start of the attack has been changed from 25 to 22. While absorbing the opponent's attack, the hitbox is spinning upward to reduce instances where certain attacks can cause unintended whiffs. He's spinning the hurt box leading to situations where certain attacks would whiff. Down 2, 442 now deals chip damage on block. Down for 2 plus 3, the distance of the opponent cannon has been reduced. Fix the issue. Where performing a move out of sidestep, the move will sometimes come out later than intended. While standing 1 for 1, fix the distance from the opponent on a down hit with the first hit. While rising 1 plus 2. While standing 1 plus 2, extending the input window by the second hit of 3 frames. While rising 1 plus 2, behavior of the opponent hit has been changed. During sidestep 1 plus 2, the opponent counter hit has been changed. So, do I not get the... Okay, well, we're going to look to that. Change the damage from 30 to 25. Doing Jinbu 1, increase the forward movement, extended reach, extended the hurt box, leaving certain wisdom attack to whiff. During Jinbu 2-1, modify the opponent's reaction on counter hit for the second hit to improve the follow-up opportunities. During Gen G Duli 1-2, the opponent's behavior on hit has been altered to induce a wall stun. During Fobu 1-2, the behavior of the opponent hit on the second hit has been changed. Time with the opponent's kick up back 1, change damage from 22 to 30 after Bowser's is forced to succeed. Leo 4-4, adjust the collision with the opponent to make it difficult to slip under a floating opponent by extending the collision upward. Back to the hitbox has been downwardly in instances where whiffing against opponent with low stances. Leo Fobu 1 plus 2 to mitigate cases where potential relationship between Leo and opponent become different than intended when the move is used near a wall. The tracking has strengthened, but only when the opponent is in a wall hit state. Leo's still gonna be Leoing, y'all. Leroy. What did y'all do to Uncle Leroy? Leroy is characterized by close range combat built around his hermit stance and various techniques versus sorry, his hermit stance and various reversal techniques. Version 3, his offensive options during hermit were streamlined with adjustments made to apply pressure more effectively at close range. Dual move during hermit back 1+2 was made usable during hermit as well. That's the counter hit. It now says the option that can give high reward when the opponent's actions are correctly anticipated. Performance is enhanced during heats, make it easier to maintain offense pressure near the wall. Adjustments to expand options during Hermit 2. Wait, during Hermit 2 it had its block situation revised so that it can serve as a more reliable point for continuing offense. He didn't need that. The return of during Hermit 2-3 was adjusted to make it easier to absorb pressure sequence starting from Hermit 2. During Hermit 2, sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm losing my mind reading this shit. Back 1+2 now if you do during Hermit. Okay. 4-2-3-4. Adjust the tracking performance to make it more likely to hit opponent's side. Step into the left. Expanded the downward hitbox for the first hit. Modify the opponent's reaction on counter hit for the third hit to improve follow-up opportunities. Down forward 3-1, 1+2. Change so that all 3 hits will not connect as a natural combo if the first hit scores a counter hit. Increase the recovery time on whiff of the second hit by 3 frames. Decrease the opponent's recovery time on block by 1 frame. Change the frame rate on block from -13 to -14. Down 3-2. Change the damage from 8 to 8-11. During Hermit 2-3, increase the recovery time on block by 4. Change the frame advantage on block from -6 to -2. The barrier opponent on hit of the second hit has been changed. 4-1+2, change the hitbox downward, eliminate instances where attack would miss. Down back 3, eliminate issues where the positional relationship becomes different than intended when used near a wall. Up forward 2, the hitbox has been down-related stances for with certain moves. Oh my god. Alright, Lydia, what did they do to you, girl? What did they do to you? Lydia is characterized by the playstyle that builds heaven and earth levels while developing offense and defense through integration with cat stance and stalking wolf stance. And version 3, new options were introduced for managing heaven and earth levels while elements related to air combos and chip damage were streamlined, making situational decisions even more important. New move during first stance 2-3. It is now possible to perform both Heat Burst and Everlism Blizzard from horse stances. So we get to do more heat shift on stances. Alright. As a result, new offensive routes were available in both grounded situation and air combos. The move has been adjusted to function more flexibility as an option that can be selected according to the situation during heat. Oh my god, bro. That word streamline has been thrown around a lot. It makes me sick. It makes me sick, bro. About mentioned by heaven and earth levels for certain moves while using heaven and earth level is high. A new mechanic was added in which the moves are enhanced by consuming heaven and earth levels. As a result, gameplay layer which includes and placement side where to utilize or reserve the heaven and earth levels and adding strategic depth. So if my understanding is correct, like does she like when she's in heaven and earth, right? When she using the move, does that take away one of the medals? If so, I like that change. I like that change. But it's Lydia, so getting the medal back is gonna be easy. 4 stance, 3+4. He burst cannot be firm. That's what we just read in that first part. During heat 1+2, adjusting collision detection with the opponent to make it easier to hit, expanding the hitbox downward. 4-3-2, down back 1+2-2, forward QCF 1+2-2. The difference on the second hit has decreased from 22 to 20. Back 3-4 1+2, QCS 2-2-2 1+2, unifying the opponent's behavior on mid hit with the powered up version. QCF 2 change the damage from 14 to 12. QCF 2 change the damage from 18 to 15. QCF 4 change the damage from 27 to 21. During cast animal 2, change the move to power up base heaven earth level. Only when heaven earth level is at level 3. Opponent's behavior on hit was changed, and opponent changed, and heaven earth level was adjusted, decreased by 1. Okay, so it's okay. During cast stands for changing damage to increase according to the heaven earth level. During cast stands for 3 plus 2. I mean, sorry, damn it. Okay, during cast stands for 3 plus 4. The opponent's behavior on block was changed so that the first and second hit now forms a true block string. Increase the recovery time on block by 4 frames. Change the frame rate on block from -14 to -18, so it's once now. Reduce the input window for the second hit by 1. Only when Heaven Earth is at level 3, the second hit was changed to connect as a natural combo. Heaven Earth level was adjusted decreased by 1. During Stalking Wolf Stance 1, change the chip damage on block from 9 to 7. During Wolf Stance 1 hold, change the chip damage on block from -17 to 13. While Heaven Earth level 3, approach airborne opponent with 4-4-4-3, decreased by 1. While at Heaven level 3, opponents with 2, remove the property that limits the opponent's recoverable gauge. While at Heaven Earth level 3, down by 3, counter hit, remove the property that eliminates opponent's recovery. Oh, so they don't lose permanent health. Okay, so those aren't like chip damage kill moves. During heat, 2 plus 3, expanded the hurt box on the 3rd hit, reducing instance with the 4th hit with whiff. Just the collision detection may get issue when swapping positions with the opponent's situations. Only when the opponent is behind Leo, the hitbox on the 4th hit was used to mitigate cases where the table entity connects to the opponents behind her. During heat 1 plus 2, during heat 4-4-2, during heat and Stalking Wolf Stance 1, fix the issue that will lead to transition to Heaven and Earth will occur when holding back. When it was the input at balcony. Political storm, just a collision detection of the opponent to make it easier to hit. Down 3, fix the issue with tracking different when putting down 3 plus 4. While running 1, adjust the collision detection to mitigate issues from positions or situations. While crouching down 4-2, the hitbox expanded downward and later instance for wisdom certain moves. During horse stance 3 plus 4, opponent's behavior in the airborne hit was corrected because it would rotate the opponent in the opposite direction of the attack. During Heaven Earth 1, fix the issue where chip damage on block was absorbed when the opponent was on block when absorbing the opponent's attack was not intended. Time with the opponent's punch, fix the issue with the opponent's attack was still hit even when the reversal technique was successfully activated. Lydia lived. I thought they was going to take Lydia, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't think Lydia stood a chance, man. All right, we're almost through this shit, bro. We're literally almost there, y'all. Let me just open up these last few pages. Okay, y'all, let's get through this. And I appreciate everybody sitting and staying with me while I read this nonsense. Go ahead and change the music up. Okay, Lady Lily. Lily is a character is characterized by her playstyle transitioning into back-turn states from movements that make strong use of lateral steps, allowing her to create unique mind game situations. In version 3, her options for branching to back-turn follows from key moves were expanded, while adjustments were also made to improve her usability of certain techniques that were previously saw limited opportunity use. So we buffed Lily. New move 4-2, 4-1 plus 2 back, down 4-4 back. On counter hit, 1 plus 2 back, and now follow up with a back face and the opponent 1-4 and will connect. Oh, so she gets that guaranteed. The follow up down 4-4, down 4 back, now transition to back turn state. Range of punish has been expanded with an addition to these moves becoming easier to transition into back turn state. During neutral, frame adjustment for the back turn state for backface opponents. 1-4 adjustments were made so that transitioning into a back turn state due to the new move allow movement interactions can occur more naturally and more easily. We buff Lily. That's what's up. Do move for 1+2 back. Now transition back turn, down 4-4 back. Now transition back turn, up 4-1. The behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed. Change damage from 20 to 17 while crouching. Full crouch 1. Now deals chip damage on block. Backface the opponent 1-4. Adjust the opponent's behavior on block and change the frame of damage on block from -5 to -1. They made it safer. 3+4. The tracking was adjusted to reduce cases where the move would come out in the opposite direction of the opponent's position. Down 1 to enhance the tracking only on hit the first hit, reducing instance with the second hit with whiff. Down 2 fix the issue of performing specific inputs that were not intended to be executable to be performed. And that's all they did for Lily. Marry Zoe. Let's see what they did to one of Tekken 8's newest waifu characters. Marizo is a character who excels at closing distance by using her small stature and diverse stances that create offensive opportunities through mix-ups involving. What's it say? Bob Mar. He's gonna say BM. And then we ain't talking about baby mama. BM and MM. Version 3 without significantly altering her core character traits, adjustments were focused on both fits and stabilizing moves and behavior. Up 4. Oh, I'm sorry. Back up 1. Up back 1. Sorry. I'm tired, y'all. These specials are killing me. A new move that switches positions on hit by alternating its use with up 4-1. It's not easy to adjust neutral and switch strategies according to the situation. Review existing moves. Change so that it occurs during ML. Lands a grounded hit. A floor break will also now occur. As a result, it has become easy to create offensive opportunities. Great. Up back on the new move. I'm not reading that. Y'all can read it for yourself. Avatar is all I'm saying. So down 4, 1-4, down back 2-4, up 4-4. Adjusting points behavior on down hit. Oh, and doing ML stance 1-4. Up 4, 3+4, change the opponent's behavior on aerial hit. During ML2, the start of the attack has went from 15-16 to 15-17 frames. During ML1+2, the behavior of the opponent hit has changed. 4-4 to 4-4 up 4-2, fix the issue where essentially raising the fall text will fail to connect when connect when the move hit near a wall. Man, I am tired. Back 1-4, enhance the tracking on the first hit when it connects or is blocked, reducing the instance of the second hit within. During ML1-2, reduce the hitbox only when the opponent is behind, reduce the instance where the attack will intentionally hit the opponents behind you. During BL, reduce the distance between the characters on hit. For the first hit, reduce the instance where the second hit will whiff. Approaching opponent 1+2, fix the issue where the character will be treated as back turn. They were struck immediately after the throw was broken. Recovery time for both characters increased by 7. Nina. Did Nina survive the BS? From so far I've read, she probably got more BS, right? Nina is characterized as by strong pokes, rapid fire attacks that allow her to dominate close range combat as well as evasive capabilities and tactical movements such as Betrayer and sidestep cancel techniques. In version 3, adjustments were focused primarily on elements related to recovery health, with Amy expanding her available options in neutral. New move while crouching, new fast starting move that removes the opponent's recoverable health on hit. Since it can be performed with QCF down 4-2, functions as a mid option from standing, can be selected depending on the situation. So they get a new move to each for the input. Review of existence move 4-4-2 chin damage on block was added to make it easier to run offense, leverages block chip pressure. Additionally, 4-4 was adjusted so that the counter hit behavior is now stable and easier to use, addressing any previous inconsistencies on counter hit. Third new move, while crouching down forward 2, Sadistic Cupid. While rising 1-4. Change so that while rising 1-4 in the second hit can be cancelled to a side step. 4-4, the character now turns towards the opponent on counter hit, decrease the recovery frame time by 1 frame, and change the frame advantage on block from -8 to -7 on hit from +3 to +4. As a result of this change, airborne combos are now easy to convert when the counter hit occurs. Down for 1-2, change the opponent's behavior on counter hit for the second hit to match that of a normal hit. Down 4-3+4, change the behavior of down 4-3+4, change the behavior of the opponent on counter hit as it changed. Back 2-2-2, the damage on the second hit has been decreased from 16 to 12. Modify the opponent's reaction on counter hit for the third hit to improve fallout opportunities. 4-4-2, now choose chip damage. The tracking will strengthen the hit, reducing cases where the follow text will whiff after ducking steps. 1-2-1, 1+2, back 3+4 to 1+2. And while rising 1+2, they reduce the hitbox only when the opponent is behind you. Do the instance where attack will unintentionally hit people behind you. While range 3, change the hitbox. The attack of the hitbox has been reduced to mitigate unintended occurrences hitting the opponents who are behind you. Routes rising 1. Adjust the collision detection to mitigate issues where swapping positions with the opponent in certain situations. Expand the hitbox, leaving certain attacks that will whiff during ducking step 3, 4-3. Adjusted the collision attack. Jesus Christ, man. Adjusting the collision detection of the opponent to make it more difficult to slip under the rotating opponent by extending the collision upward. Alright. We're almost there, y'all. We're almost there, then we can all go to sleep and wake up tomorrow hoping that this was all a bad dream. Paul is characterized by powerful mid and low attack swing and strong forward advancing techniques, allowing him to break down opponents with simple yet overwhelming force. Version 3 adjustments were made to emphasize pyro overall speed, allowing players of all skill levels to experience satisfying sense of impact. Why do everybody need? You know what? I'm gonna say it to myself. I'm gonna say it for another video. Along with the addition of new moves, several techniques are also been revealed to be found. New move 4-3-2. The new move 4-3-2 was added with the property of knocking opponents back on block. Trade distance. This trade makes it easier to transition into wall pressure situations as it's called needed edge, adjusting the other moves. For other moves as well as knockback on block with string fan, as a result, it has become easier to transition into offensive situations. Yay, more offense, that's what we need. 4-3-2, the new move added is called Lion's Claw. During heat, 4-4-2, 1+2, this between player and opponent on block has been increased. The consumption of remaining heat has went from -300 to -270. I think that's a buff because it's taking less, right? Expanded the input window for the second hit by 1 frame. 4-3-1, increased the recovery time of the first hit by 2 frames. Change the frame advantage on hit from +2 to 0. Increase the opponent's recovery time on block from the first hit by 3 frames. Change the frame advantage on block from -9 to -14. So then that. Reduce the distance on the opponent on block for the first attack. Decrease the opponent's recovery time on the block on the second hit by 3 frames. Change that from -10 to -13. Should have been that. 4-4-2-1 perfect input. Route crouching. Down forward to 1 perfect input. The distance between the player and opponents on block has been increased. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been increased by 3 frames. Changes on block has been changed from -4 to -1 to make it safer. While running 2, the distance between the player and opponent on block has been increased. While rising 3-2, the distance between the player and opponent on block has been increased. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been increased by 2 frames. Advantage on block has been from -9 to -7. The hitbox around the main body of the segment has been expanded to issues within at close range. Doing deep dive, full crowds to 1. Now deal chip damage on block. Y, doing sway 1. Expanding the hitbox only against opponents who are down. Behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed. During heat, just collision and testing micro swapping positions on opponent's situations. Credit kicks. 3 increase the distance from the opponent on a down hit within the first hit. We're almost there. Raven. Let's talk about Raven. Is characterized by his mix-ups that utilize low attacks when crouching, as well as follow-up techniques from Soul Zone, allow him to bewilder opponents while constructing his offense. Version 3 will know her neutral. Okay, it does say. I thought I read it wrong. Her neutral. Is Vanessa Raven in this game? Nah, they must have saw the Raven mod and said, yeah, we won't call her now. Her natural options were streamlined and adjustments were made to make it easier to development approaching Soul Zone. Through new move during Soul Zone 3+4, a new launcher unable to use during Soul Zone was added. Although the move has a slow startup, its war products make it easier to transition into my games even after doing Shadow Sprint 1 on block. Expansion of Soul Zone options during Shadow Sprint 1-2 once revised that is no longer forms a true block string. They get easier to transition to situations that incorporate Soul Zone. Additional during Soul Zone 1 was adjusted so they now lead to more reliable offense and when it's forced to turn to hit. During Soul Zone 3+4 new move, Line Strike. Time with the opponent's attack and now used during Soul Zone. Really? Down forward 1-4, down back 2-1-2, down back 2-1-1, back 2-4-2, while rising 3-2, back facing opponent 2-2-1, back facing opponent forward 2-4-2, doing Shadow Sprint 1-2, doing Soul Zone 3-2, doing Soul Zone 1-4, reduce the amount of heat time recovery from 60 to 30. Back 1, the opponent's behavioral counting has changed so that follow-up attacks are now possible. Up 4, 3+4 decrease the recovery time by 3 frames, change the frame range on block from -16 to -13. Why? With this change, air combos are now possible on hits. Oh my lord. Back facing opponents down 2, behavioral counter hit change, doing Shadow Sprint 1, you hit the opponent counter hit change, decrease the recovery time by 5 frames, change the frame advantage on hit from +4 to +9. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 2 frames, the advantage on block has been changed from -9 to -6 when transitioning to Soul Zone frame, advantage on block went from 0 to -2. As a result of change, doing Shadow Sprint 1 2 no longer forms a true block string. During Shadow Sprint 1+2, the opponent's recovery time when blocking was reduced by 2 frames, so it has went from changed from +2 to 0 on block. During Soul Zone 1, behavior on counter hit has changed. 3-3-4, the attack hitbox has been reduced to make it unintended hitting when opponents behind you. 4-4-3, spinning the hitbox downward when opponents is standing or crouching, reducing instance where the attack will whip against certain moves. Back facing the opponent, 4-4-3+4, the hitbox around the body has changed and it changes close range. Spin the hitbox lead situation where certain attacks will whip. Oh my lord, bro, this hurts my head, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Reina was nutty in season 2. Let's see what they did towards season 3. Reina's characterized by a rapid pace offense and defense built around her numerous stance techniques such as Sentai, Onosoko, and Heaven's Wrath. Adjustments were made to expand her options from transitioning into Sogo, making it easier to create new offensive routes, while standardizing frame data of Sentai and Heaven's Wrath to improve consistency and support clear situational decision making. New move, Dory Osoko 2. A new high attack with homing properties because we needed more tracking moves with Reina. Properties was added to use during Soko on counter hit. Down for 1-2 will protect as a guaranteed follow-up, allowing range to transition into heat. As a result, the range of the options available after any Soko has been broadened, making it easier to respond to opponent's actions. Review of Sentai Heaven's Wrath. The recovery time of certain Sentai transitions will reduce the frame advantage of Heaven's Wrath was suggested for Sentai long recovery that occurred in transition while performing a follow-up. Technique was improved for Heaven's Wrath. Frame data was adjusted to make it offense and defense decisions, making it easier to transition into stance. During Yusuko, 2 new move added Stone Cutter. 112 recovery time transition of Sentai was reduced by 18 frames. What's that say? 2. The opponent per time when blocking that has been reduced by 2 frame advance on block has changed from -4 to -6. The timing at which the action came from transition into Heaven's Wrath was shown by 4 frames. The window for pairing high mid attachment transition to Heaven's Wrath during heat was changed from 40 to 59 frames to 29 to 55 frames. 3+4 hold reduced the tracking. Down 2 behavior on counter hit has changed. Down back to adjust the opponent's behavior when the second hit connects out the counter hit and change the frame advantage on hit from -3 to +3. Sentai 2, the opponent's recovery time when blocking this move by 2 has reduced by 2 frames. Change the advantage change on block from -4 to -6. When for pairing the high and mid attachment transition has Wrath during the heat was changed from 42 to 55 to 31 to 55 frames. Having Wrath 1 forward reaction time. Recovery time has been transitioned to Sentai reduced by 16 frames. During heat, down 2 to adjust the collision to make gauge time position from certain moves. That move is stupid. I don't know why they gave her that shit. Random's back 1+2. The pushback when absorbing an opponent's attack was adjusted, reducing cases where the move will initiate with a different situation. It's almost over, y'all. It's almost over. Okay. Shaheen's harassed by a solid neutral, making situational judgment and stable return, seeking his core strength. Version 3 adjustments were focused on broadening his options for air combos while improving certain elements that had previously been considered weaknesses. New move 3+4, single hit mid attack that triggers a tornado was added. As a result, has become easier to aim a tornado even when certain situations. In addition, oh my god, situation in addition become more difficult to punish on block. It's also easy to use as grounded situations. Review for existing elements, torn down for input, so was made frame faster. The hitbox was improved. As a result, the move is now easy to incorporate into air combos, spending utility in both grounded air situations. So 3+4 new move added will spin during heat, 1+2, 4/4, 1+2 before doing heat. Change the input to 4. Okay, so they changed it to 4 input now. Down 4 3+4 cannot be performed while crouching. While crouching, 2 cannot be performed during stealth steps. Number 2, recovery. Reduce recovery by 1 frame on hit. Down, hold down, up. The solid attack has been changed from 18 to 17 frames. Expand the hitbox downward, just the collision detection mitigate issues following the points for certain moves. Charge, hold down input up 2. Start of attack has. Wait, didn't I just read it? Oh, that was during heat. This is not during heat. Start has changed from 18 to 17 frames. Expand the hitbox downward, just collision to mitigate issues following the points for move. Change dance from 30 to 35. That's a fucking buck. Why? 1, 2, 4. Adjust the opponent's hit behavior on a down hit. Down 4, the distance from the opponent on block has been reduced. Back 4, adjust the collision when the opponent make it easier to hit. While running 2, the behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed. During stealth step 4, down 4, 1, 2, extended the input window for the second hit by 3 frames. Then in 1, an issue where certain reversal techniques succeed against a move, the recovery time for the player became shorter than intended. 4 3+4 breaks the floor will now only occur when the final hit of the move. While rising 2, reduce the hitbox when the opponent is behind you, reduce the instance where the attack will intentionally hit opponents behind you. Use slide the opponent's behavior inside and back for hits. While crouching, down for a 1-2, holding down for a 3, and issue face for some situations became airborne, but would encourage defenses to stealth step, even though it was not intended to activate. Stop step 1+2. Hitbox is spinning 4, this will attack with missing situations. Stealth step 4, adjusted protection to make it issue a spot position for opponents in certain situations. Steve is a character who fights by switching between multiple stances such as ducking left, right, and Y and hard. Running 3 adjustments were made across his overall neutral game with the goal of making it easier to develop offense and defense and incorporate these stances. New move, ducking left 1+2, ducking right 1+2. This move is now the new move usable from ducking, which allows follow-up attacks, a possible counter hit near the wall. It triggers wall splat, make it y'all buffle. Make it easier to create close range offensive situations and to integrate situations. Integrate stance tradition. And my brain is fried right now. If you learn how options, new moves, and strong moves was added, making it easy to create some changes in Tekken, assault. Yeah, I think I'm honestly debating on quitting Tekken, bro. Ducking left, ducking right, new move, added Nemesis hook, peekaboo down to change, going peekaboo down back, down to cancel this into a crouching state. That's a buff. Down back 1+2, change behavior opponent's change, increase the both characters' recovery time on block by 3 frames. Both change in frame advantage, extended the hitbox while absorbing the opponent's attack, improved answers, what move with hit situations. Quicker stance 1-1, change the opponent's behavior on block for the first hit, second hit no longer result in a continuous block. Quicker stance 1, down 1, change the opponent's behavior on block so the second hit no longer results in a continuous block. Lionheart. Doing Lionheart 3+4 cannot be fun for a quick spin. Oh my god. Doing Lionheart up for 1+2 cannot be fun. Do they think, like, do niggas play test this shit? Doing 2-phase 1, doing 2-phase 2, and issue a fist where throw brace could fail to occur. On counter hit. 2-1 tracking ability on the second has been enhanced on block. It has been enhanced on hero block of the first attack. 1+2 weaken the tracking of the second hit when the first hit was reducing instances where it will start tracking the opponent's part way. Enhance the hitbox on the second hit only when the first hit connects is blocked, reducing instances where the second hit exists. Up back to the tracking was adjusted to reduce cases where the move will come out in the opposite direction of the opponent. Up 4, 3, 2, fix the issue with the second hit will sometimes fail to connect depending on time and input issues. QCF1, the attack hitbox has reduced to make it until the hit on opponents up behind you. Oh my god, bro, this is so underwhelming, bro. It is a character who excels at overwhelming opponents through the use of stances such as eye stance and perfumer. Version 3 adjustments were made permanent expenses, offensive tools. As if Victor wasn't already annoying as hell to fight, including those connected to these stances, along with addition to the new technique for data still key. But also revealed and refined new move. Up back to new move. Up back to with this first hold enable technique. When held, it becomes a mid attack that allows Victor to act before the opponent, even if the move is a block. Additionally, when the move is makes contact, inputting attitude fortress Frumer, allowing the technique to serve as a start point to extend. Oh my, he doesn't need offensive pressure. Enhancements to frame data, key moves from the frame data moves such as up for 1-1 doing side stance 1 with strengthen to improve Victor's neutral performance. As a result, Victor's ability to maintain official pressure has changed, making it easier for him to apply offensive lurches to his improved advantage. New move added, Fancy Cut. That's the name. 1+2 increase the opponent's encourage time on hit by 2. Change the frame advantage on hit from +2 to +4. The distance from the opponent on hit has been reduced. Back 4, increase the opponent's encourage time on hit by 1 frame. Change the frame advantage on hit from +13 to +14. Up for 1-1 down. Up for 1-1 3 +4. The timing for transition and stance will make 1 frame faster. Frame advantage on block was changed from -10 to -9, while frame advantage on hit was changed from +3 to +4. During Line Stance 1, decrease the recovery time by 3 frames, change the frame advantage on block from -12 to -9, you made it safe. During I Stance 1 down or 1 3 +4, time transition was made faster. Frame advantage on block went from -11 to -9, while frame advantage on hit was changed to +2 +4 during I Stance 4. Decrease the recovery time by 1 frame, change the block from 13 to -12, on hit from +3 to +4, on counter hit from +8 to +9. During I Stand Down 1, the opponent's recovery time on blocking has been increased by 2 frame advantage on block has changed from -2 to 0. The distance between the player and the opponent on block has changed, increased. Back 3, the attack hitboxes reduced mid-gate unintended occurrences of hitting the opponents or behind you, hitboxes and downward level certain moves. Route Rising 1+2 behavior on opponent or down hit change. Adjustments are made because unintended combos will occur for certain characters. Then move the opponent on the ground. They bust Victor. They bust Victor. The last Shawai, y'all. Xiaoyu, balance direction. Xiaoyu is a character who excels at deflecting opponent's attacks by switching between multiple stances or breaking defense through mix-up and back turn states and hit the test. Oh my god, bro. Don't bother reading, she got buffed too. Please say you're lying. New move, back face form to allow move, back turn to face to make it easy for situation for you. Frame enhancement, frame data while copying to custom equals up all facing crouching states. It just buffs. I'm done. I'm done. I'm feeling Riggins back from DAlmightyStunna, by the way. I hope you like Hell on Earth. I can't read no more. Last page, y'all. I scrolled through. Y'all can pause the stream video at this point, bro. No. I can't read no more. I honestly can't. I can't. This company is so ass. Hold on, I need to go grab something to drink. I need to go grab something to drink, bro. So it's 12 something in the morning, right? So tomorrow, guys, I will be streaming Tekken 8 Rank. Y'all get to go through the trials and tribulations with me tomorrow. After reading these patch notes, I have no energy to want to play this game right now. They clearly don't listen to the community. I already told people that Tekken 8 at its core was just going to be made OD aggressive. So I guess sometime, so tomorrow, or it's like midnight my time, so later on today, guys, I will be playing some Tekken 8 ranked. I don't know what character we're gonna decide to take into rank first, cause y'all know me, I pretty much can play the whole roster. But that's gonna do it for me. Bandai Namco, it's do or die this season, man. Either y'all really make some changes that's going to put the game in a better state, or y'all might not see a season 4. Shout out to Queen, my nigga Buff, Now, Amuro, Kami, Drew, Infinity, Trey, Sweet, Deadly. I appreciate everybody coming to the stream tonight, man. Appreciate all the love and support. I just wish, like, as somebody that grew up off of Tekken, it's just so sad to see, like, I just hate the way the series is going, man. Y'all know me, man. I love Tekken. Like, I streamed the ever-living hell out of Tekken 8. And it's just so sad to see that, like, for the series, right, to just change up so much. It sucks. And I hate it. I absolutely hate how they handled this season, man. Well, y'all know me. I at least have to get God of Destruction this season. Which, I mean, if I got Omega in Tekken 7, Tekken 8 is just a fucking piss walk. God won season, God Destruction season 1, God 1 in season 2 and stopped playing the game because the game was in a terrible state. So, also, I need to make sure my mods work too. Don't we have to wait a whole year for a new character? Yes. So anyway, guys, I will be seeing y'all tomorrow. I will be doing a dual stream like I did today, streaming on both the purple site and the red site. I'll catch y'all next one. Love y'all. Be safe. And yeah, and as my boy Trey has said, we are cooked. Love you guys. Be safe. I'm out for now. Peace. Adios, amigos.